Welcome to episode 1 of Crypto Hoops and Tunes with Coach Munchko. I'm going to talk about, primarily this channel is going to be about crypto, but I'm also going to get into college basketball and music a little bit, see how that goes. I started out in crypto during the pandemic a little over 2 years ago, looking for something to do and stay active. I had no idea what I was doing. But in that time, I've learned a lot about crypto, a lot about investing, and I can manage my way around at this point. So I think I have some knowledge I can help some people with, especially if you're just getting started. And then from a basketball perspective, I spent 21 years as a junior college head coach, took a couple teams to the national tournament, won out in Danville, Illinois for Division II in 2012, and then we moved up to Division I in junior college in 2018. We went out to Hutchinson, Kansas for the national finals out there. And I spent a little bit of time as a head coach. I've gotten 11 Coach of the Year awards and working on 400 wins for this upcoming season, which is getting started for me pretty soon here. And then as far as the music goes, just love listening to the music. And when I was on the road recruiting in college, spent a lot of time listening to all kinds of music and just enjoy it. And today I talk about a couple concerts I've been to recently. So let's see if we can get started. I guess the first thing I want to touch on is not that. So we're going to talk a little bit about my crypto holdings. And this portfolio has been developed, like I said, over the last 2+ years. I hold about 15 cryptos all told. And tried to get little different categories of crypto, the narrative a little bit differently, and we'll talk about that a little bit, as well as the market cap rank of each crypto as far as it goes from CoinGecko. That's, if you're new getting started, CoinGecko.com and CoinMarketCap.com are two good places to go to find information on all cryptos, and you'll see what their market cap is, their circulating supply of coins, max supply of coins, etc., that kind of stuff. So let's start out with number 1 here. And that is Matic. Polygon Matic, a pretty substantial part of my portfolio, almost 28%. It's ranked 13 on CoinGecko. It's a layer 2, sits on top of the Ethereum network. They've had a lot of development over the last few years, and this is one of those blue chip cryptos, if you will, that is worth taking a look into. Everything I'm doing here is not financial advice. This is just my opinions and what I'm doing. I'd look at this more as an opportunity to find some different things that you can go and investigate and do your own research on and see if it's something that you're going to be interested in. So, Coin 2. Cardano, another layer 1, market cap rank is 9, almost 20% of my portfolio. Another blue chip crypto, and we'll talk about what that means as it relates to some of these other ones that I have here. Number 3, Ajax. One of the big narratives, I think, going into this bull run coming up here in the next year and a half or so is artificial intelligence. Ajax sits on Cardano. Its market cap is 140th, so it's a little lower market cap. Typically, if you see a high market cap, that means it's probably a more safe and secure, dependable, if you will, crypto. It's going to have a decent return on your investment. But something like Ajax, it's high risk, high reward, but I do think this is a solid project. Algorand, another layer one, another 10% of my portfolio, ranked 53. Algorand's been around for a couple years. Started out from MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and they were sponsored by FIFA during the World Cup here recently. My understanding is that didn't go very well, but nonetheless, they have a nice solid set of backers here, if you will. The other thing is, I think moving forward, what I'll do is each video I'll take one of these cryptos and kind of do a deep dive into them to see, get more into the details of what's going on, so you have a better understanding of what the crypto is all about. Number 5, Hedera H-Bar, another layer one, market cap ranked 32. Hedera has a little different approach to the blockchain. They use what they call a hash graph. So it's a little different than the other layer ones. I think this bull run, the layer ones are going to be very solid in terms of the return on your investment. Again, Matic and Cardano are blue chip. If I take a look at Algorand and Hedera, they're kind of touching that blue chip category. They're making some positive moves. Jasmy, Internet of Things. This one, market cap 156. Jasmy is based out of Japan. They've actually had a pretty nice run the last week or so. Pumped up about 40% overall, I think. Another good one to look at. The narrative's a little different. Trying to diversify the portfolio, not only in terms of the number of coins, but kind of what their main narrative is. Doge, I'm sure most of you heard about Doge, ranked number 9. It's a meme coin, and this and SafeMoon were the two coins that I got into initially. SafeMoon recently their executive team got arrested in the last week or so by the FBI, so that's not looking good for SafeMoon. But Dogecoin, very popular. Elon Musk backs it, thinks very highly of Dogecoin, and there's probably a pretty good chance that Doge might become a crypto payment on the X platform. Number 9, Charlie 3. This market cap, 1435. It's way down there, high risk, high reward, but right now it's the primary oracle on the Cardano network. And as Cardano starts to build out, I think Charlie 3 is going to get a little bit bigger, and I think there's some opportunity there. Next, Bitcoin. Market cap number 1. I'm sure everybody's heard of Bitcoin. It's a store of value, and as Bitcoin goes, so goes the market. One of the things that we're going to talk about over the next couple weeks is, why does Bitcoin drive the market? What are some of the things we need to look for? We have the Bitcoin halving coming up here next April-ish. BlackRock, ARK Invest, a number of big investment companies are trying to get spot ETFs approved through the SEC, and that's supposed to be highly probable to get approved. And if that happens, Bitcoin is going to shoot up like crazy, and so is the rest of the market. Sauce. This is a crypto exchange on Hedera, the primary exchange on Hedera. So I think as Hedera H-Bar grows, Sauce is going to go along with it. I use this one quite a bit, and I kind of like it. It's pretty good. Moonwell. This is a high-risk, high-reward lending and borrowing protocol. Sits on Moonbeam. This one I think has a shot, and if it hits, it's going to go big. So I put a few dollars into this one, and it's one of the ones where it may hit, it may not. If it doesn't, no big deal. If it does, there could be a big payout. VeChain, it's a supply chain protocol primarily, ranked number 38. A lot of people really like VeChain. Hosky is another meme coin. This sits on Cardano. I couldn't find a market cap for Hosky. That's how big it is. I've just play around with this one, have a lot of fun. They got a lot of neat things going on with Hosky in terms of NFTs, their staking pools, and that kind of thing. It makes it a little fun to play around with. And then finally, my last one is Medicaid, up and coming gaming platform. This is another high risk, high reward. I put it in the same category as like Charlie and Moonwell, where if it does hit, we can have some pretty good returns there. So that's it for crypto for this episode. Again, I think what we'll do is we'll touch on at least one of these in the next couple episodes to do a deeper dive. If you guys have any particular coins that you're interested, let me know in the comments, and we'll see what we can get into. So next, I want to talk about college basketball. Like I said, I've been coaching for I've actually been coaching for about 30 years overall and about 20-some in junior college. I'm a big college basketball, not so much with the NBA. So I've been to 25 Final Fours. Strongly recommend that you do that at some point in time if you're a hoops fan. So let's take a look at the top 20 or so here. So Kansas preseason number 1, Duke number 2. They just took their first loss of the season a few days ago. They played Arizona at home in a really good game. If you got a chance to watch that, that was very competitive. Duke's going to be good. Arizona's going to be good. That was a really nice game for the early in the season. Next one, Michigan State took a loss to James Madison at home. James Madison, they're a decent mid-major type program, but I don't think anybody was expecting them to knock out Michigan State on the road. Marquette's going to be really good this year, as is Connecticut. They'll be battling for the top of the Big East. Houston with Kelvin Sampson's always going to be tough mentally, tough physically, tough as a team. The other one I found interesting here was number 10, Florida Atlantic. They made their big run last year in the Final Four, and it looks like it gave them a little bit of street cred, so they're preseason number 10. We talked about Arizona. Gonzaga with Mark Few is always going to be tough. He's a really good coach. Who else down here? Let's keep rolling down a little bit. Villanova. Kyle Neptune is heading into, this is second year or third year, and it looks like he's kind of got his footing now there at Villanova. Jay Wright had built a powerhouse there, and Neptune took over, and it looks like he's trying to make a move and get back into that top 20 consistently like Wright did. Alabama, I like Alabama. I think Nate Oates is a good coach. He did a great job at Buffalo, and since he's come to Alabama, he's put them in the top 20 every single year. So, little intro on the college basketball. If you got a favorite team or a team you want to get into, again, drop that in the comments, and we'll see what we can do in future episodes. Next, I don't have any slides here, but I've actually had an opportunity to go see a few shows recently, about a month and a half ago. And I'm a classic rock, yacht rock, southern rock, any kind of rock. Listen to a lot of music, and about 4 or 5 weeks ago, I had a chance to go see Pablo Cruz. They're a California band, and they were in the East Coast for a brief tour, and I got a chance to see them. They're big in the late 70s, early 80s, and it turned out to be a really good concert. Then I saw Firefall a couple weeks ago. They came out as a three-piece band. They had a bassist, lead guitar guy, Jock Brantley is their original member at lead guitar, and then somebody on an acoustic guitar. And they went through all their hits, and they sounded really good as well. And then actually last night, I got a chance to see Atlanta Rhythm Section. And six-piece band, they sounded really good. They did a lot of jamming. They liked to jam, and they did a nice job with it. The lead guitar guy was really good. So let me know what bands you're interested in. We'll talk about those. But this will wrap up episode number 1 of Crypto Hoops and Tunes. Do me a favor. This is the first episode. I need some likes. I need some subscribers. So hit those buttons for me, and hope to see you on the next one. Have a good one. Later.